All right, kids. Today we've got Aaron presenting the Coffee is for Closers monologue from Glengarry Glen Ross. So let's all give Aaron some support and our full attention.
Aaron, you gotta use your voice. The voice.
One of an actor's greatest tools, if they have full use of it, is their voice. An audience needs to know what's going on. If they don't know what's happening, they won't understand what the play is about, and they'll spend most of the time figuring that out instead of thinking about the meaning of the play. I like to use the analogy of a rock wall. In this analogy, the rock wall is the play, and the audience is trying to climb up it. It's your job to create handholds by being clear, using meaningful delivery, and being expressive. The more you can do those things, the more handholds you put into this wall, and the easier it is for the audience to climb up it. La la la. If you've ever taken any voice lessons, some of these words are going to be pretty familiar. Coffee's for closers. Our first goal is that we have to be loud enough to be heard by the entire audience, whether you're using a microphone or not. Rather than just talk about being loud, though, we use the word projection. We project our voices. I like to say that we have to make our voice big, so we have to fill the entire space with our voice. And again, if you're using a microphone, you still want to project so that you sound strong and clear.
Put that coffee down! Coffee is for closers only!
Another one of our tools is articulation. Articulation is one of the trickier skills for young actors, but to articulate clearly means that we make our consonants crisp and our vowels pure. Think hard about each of the sounds that goes into the words that you're making, and that way an audience will understand what you're saying. Hey, put that coffee down. Your speaking is always going to feel slower to you than it does to the audience. So when you think you're delivering your lines at just the right speed, it might sound pretty quick to the audience. When in doubt, just slow down.
Put that coffee down.
An often forgotten vocal tool is inflection. Inflection is the rise and fall of our voices that we use to create meaning within a sentence. I think sometimes it's easiest to understand what inflection is when you hear someone talk with no inflection at all.
Put that coffee down. Coffee is for closers only.
You can also have too much inflection that doesn't match the natural rhythms of what you're trying to say.
Put that coffee down. Coffee is for closers only.
Think of your inflection as a tool to create meaning. What happens if you rise on a word? Does that change what it means? How would you normally say the line? Do you have room to exaggerate a little bit?
Put that coffee down. Coffee is for closers only.
That brings me to our last point, which is to exaggerate. As a young or less experienced actor, you're going to need to project more than you thought you needed to. You're going to need to articulate and make all of your words clearer than you've ever thought about before. You're going to think more about your inflection than I'm guessing you've ever thought about it in your life. And you're probably going to need to slow down. Work on all this unless a director tells you to do otherwise, okay? If you're exaggerating, you're probably going along the right path. I'm Tim Kraack. Thank you so much for being here. I'm looking forward to seeing... Hey, put that coffee down. Coffee is for closers only.
Put. Office closes. Office closes. Office closes. 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 Office closes. Office closes. Office closes. Office for closers only.